Welcome to Spill the Tea, the channel that serves hot facts with every step. For centuries, tea has been celebrated as a health elixir. Green tea for weight loss, black tea for heart health, herbal tea for sleep. We sip it thinking we're doing our bodies a favor, hydrating, detoxing, alkalizing, maybe even extending our lives. Right. But what if we told you that the very thing you're sipping with such pride might not be as healthy as you think? That's right. Today, we're diving deep into the dark side of tea, from misleading antioxidant claims to pesticide contamination to hidden sugars in healthy blends. This episode isn't anti-tea, it's pro-truth. And once you hear what's inside your cup, you might never look at tea the same way again. So settle in. We're about to spill the truth, steeped, bold, and unapologetic. Let's start with one of tea's biggest claims to fame: antioxidants. Everywhere you look, green tea is marketed as a miracle drink because of its antioxidant content, specifically catechins like EGCG. They supposedly fight free radicals, slow aging, protect against cancer, and boost metabolism. But here's what they don't tell you. Most of the antioxidant research comes from test tube studies or animal experiments, not real-life humans sipping tea. The doses used in those studies, often 10-50 times higher than what's found in a standard cup. In fact, when researchers tested blood antioxidant levels in people after drinking green tea, the results were underwhelming. The body absorbs only a small percentage of these compounds, and they're quickly metabolized. So that antioxidant powerhouse label, it's often a case of good marketing and bad science. At Spill the Tea, we're not saying antioxidants are useless. We're saying tea isn't the supercharged health tonic it's made out to be. At least, not in the way Instagram wellness pages make it sound. Now, let's get into something that's actually dangerous: pesticide residue in tea leaves. Unlike fruits or vegetables, you don't wash tea leaves before use. They go straight from plantation to package to your mug, and that's a problem. Independent lab tests from consumer watchdogs have found high levels of pesticides in popular tea brands, including chemicals banned in many countries. Some teas contained over 20 different pesticide residues, even after steeping. Why so bad? Because tea is often grown in countries with looser pesticide regulations and minimal enforcement. India, China, and Kenya are major exporters, but their agricultural practices are sometimes decades behind in terms of safety. And since you're literally drinking the infusion made from these leaves, whatever's on them is going in you. The worst offenders. Many budget supermarket teas, especially flavored or wellness teas with artificial enhancements. Think fruit teas, detox teas, slimming teas. Your best defense: go organic, buy from small batch producers, and look for third-party testing. Because just boiling the water won't save you. Think you're safe because you drink herbal or fruit tea instead of soda. Think again. Many popular tea blends, especially ready-to-drink bottled teas and powdered mixes, are loaded with sugar. Some have more sugar per serving than a can of Coke. Even unsweetened teas can be deceptive. Brands use stevia, monk fruit, or sugar alcohols to preserve the illusion of health. And while technically zero-calorie, these additives still trigger insulin and can disrupt gut flora. But it doesn't stop there. Natural flavors in tea often include sugar derivatives or synthetic sweeteners masked under loopholes in labeling laws. You could be sipping something marketed as all-natural, while unknowingly ingesting a chemical cocktail. And don't get us started on bubble tea. One serving of boba milk tea can contain up to 400 calories and 60 grams of sugar, nearly double the daily recommended limit. And we call it a drink, not a dessert. If tea is your daily wellness ritual, that's fine. But know what's in your mug, because sweet lies often hide in sweet leaves. You've seen the ads: flat stomachs, glowing skin, miracle claims. But here's the reality. Most detox teas don't detox anything. Your liver and kidneys do that already. What these teas often do instead is act as laxatives. Senna leaf, for example, is a common ingredient in detox teas. It stimulates bowel movements by irritating the colon. That can create a temporary illusion of weight loss, but it's not fat loss. It's water and waste, and repeated use. That can lead to dehydration, electrolyte imbalance, and long-term gut issues. But you're just losing water. And the worst part? Detox tea is often marketed to young women struggling with body image, using influencer endorsements and misleading before and after photos. At Spill the Tea, we say this with love and urgency. You don't need a detox. You need hydration, fiber, and maybe a better sleep schedule, not colon aggression in a cup. Let's talk caffeine, because not all tea is calming. Most people assume tea is gentle and soothing. But depending on the type, it can contain a surprising amount of caffeine, sometimes more than you bargained for. Black tea can have 70 mg per cup. Green tea, 30-50 mg. Matcha, up to 80 mg per serving. That's approaching the levels of a small coffee. If you're drinking multiple cups a day, you could be overloading your adrenals, disrupting sleep, and triggering anxiety, especially if you're caffeine sensitive. Worse, tea caffeine is often stacked with L-theanine, an amino acid that relaxes you. That combo can mask your perception of stimulation. You feel calm, but wired underneath. And when the crash hits, it's real. There's a reason monks drink tea for long meditations. But that doesn't mean your body loves it on a regular basis. If you struggle with sleep, mood swings, or burnout, your tea habit might be a bigger contributor than you think. Here's something you probably never thought to question: your tea bag. Most modern tea bags, especially pyramid-shaped or silky ones, are made from plastic. Nylon or PET plastic, to be precise. And when you pour boiling water over them, they shed microplastics, thousands of them, into your drink. Yes, your healthy tea might be delivering a shot of plastic particles with every sip. Scientists at McGill University found that a single plastic tea bag can release over 11 billion microplastics into your cup. While the long-term effects are still being studied, early evidence suggests these particles can cause inflammation, disrupt hormones, and possibly contribute to chronic disease. Your fix: choose loose-leaf tea or tea bags labeled plastic-free or unbleached paper. At Spill the Tea, we love tea, not a side of synthetics. Let's go even deeper. Tea, like coffee and cacao, is prone to mold contamination, especially if stored in warm or humid environments. Poor quality teas may contain mycotoxins, which are harmful compounds produced by mold. Even worse, tea plants can absorb heavy metals from polluted soil, including lead, arsenic, and aluminum. Some independent studies have found elevated levels in certain black and green teas from contaminated regions. And while one cup won't harm you, long-term daily exposure could have a cumulative effect. So if your tea comes from unknown sources, or you're buying extremely cheap varieties, it might be worth questioning. What exactly are you drinking? Herbal teas get a free pass in most people's minds. But not everything plant-based is safe. Some herbs used in teas, especially weight loss or slimming blends, can interact with medications, affect hormone levels, or even cause liver damage when consumed regularly. For example, licorice root can raise blood pressure. Kava has been linked to liver toxicity. Yohimbe, sometimes found in male-targeted teas, can cause anxiety or heart palpitations. The problem is, herbal teas aren't regulated like medicine. So always read the label. Cross-check ingredients. Talk to your doctor if you're on medication. Herbs are powerful. Respect them. Now that we've scared you half to death, let's balance the scale. Tea can be part of a healthy lifestyle if you know what to look for. Here's your spill the tea cheat sheet. Choose loose leaf tea, overbagged when possible. Go organic, especially for green and black tea. Avoid tea blends with artificial flavors or detox promises. Use glass or ceramic mugs, not plastic or styrofoam. Drink herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, or lemon balm at night, with no additives. Look for brands that share lab results or third-party testing. Tea isn't bad, but blind belief in its health halo is. We'll leave you with this. Tea, like anything else, is a product of context. Where it comes from, how it's processed, what you pair it with, and how often you drink it. It's not a miracle. It's not a menace. It's a ritual, and like all rituals, it deserves awareness. So the next time someone hands you a cup and says, "It's good for you," smile politely. Then check the ingredients, ask the origin, and sip with intention. Because tea is only as healthy as the truths you're willing to uncover. This has been Spill the Tea, where we steep facts, not fear. Thanks for watching. And remember, don't just drink tea, question it,